Hello and welcome. Have you ever stopped to think about how love shows up in your life, especially in the quieter, smaller moments? Love isn't always about big gestures or dramatic words. Sometimes it's found in those small, simple things that can easily go unnoticed. You see, true love often speaks in actions more than it does in words. It's in the little things, the way someone shows up for you when you need them most, how they make sure you're comfortable, or how they just sit with you silently in times of need. As we get older, we tend to appreciate these moments more deeply. We understand that love isn't just about the excitement and passion we might have felt when we were younger. It's about the depth, the quiet connection, and the comfort that comes from being with someone who truly cares. Today, we're going to explore something special. We're going to talk about the subtle, meaningful ways love is shown, and how these quiet actions speak volumes about how much someone truly cares for you. You might recognize some of these signs in your own relationship, or maybe you'll learn something new that helps you appreciate the love that's already there. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Ready? Let's get started. Point 1. The power of small, quiet gestures. You might have experienced this in your own relationship or seen it in the people around you. Love doesn't always have to be loud or flashy. Sometimes it's the gentle, thoughtful actions that mean the most. Think about it. When you're with someone you truly care about, their presence isn't just about them being physically there with you. It's about how they make you feel, even in the simplest of moments. Maybe it's when your partner notices that you're a little cold and pulls a blanket over you without a word. Or how he might help you with a task, not because you asked, but because he sees you need a hand. These little actions, though they might seem insignificant on the surface, actually speak volumes about how much your happiness matters to him. In relationships that have lasted for years, these small acts become the foundation of love. It's the way your partner might look out for you. Whether it's taking care of the little details like making sure you're comfortable or just quietly being there when you need someone to listen. It's not about showing off or making a big deal out of things. It's about making sure that you're okay, even in the tiniest ways. And these actions don't always have to be physical. Sometimes, it's about being there emotionally. Maybe when you've had a hard day, he knows just when to give you space and when to offer a comforting word. Or when you're sitting together, he might gently hold your hand or give you a look that says, "I'm here and I care." It doesn't need to be loud or attention-grabbing. It's in those moments of quiet reassurance where love is expressed through presence and attention to detail. Point 2. Actions over words. What true love looks like. Now, let's talk about something that becomes more clear as we get older. Love is often shown through actions, not just words. It's easy to say "I love you." Anyone can say it. But how often do we pause and really think about what those words mean? And more importantly, how often do those words match the actions behind them? True love, the kind that endures and deepens over time, is far more than just saying "I love you." It's in the way your partner treats you every day, in the choices they make for you, and how they prioritize you in their life. If you've been in a relationship for many years, you probably know that the words "I love you" can sometimes feel almost like a routine, something we say because it's expected. But the true measure of love isn't in the words. It's in the actions that follow them. Take a moment and think about your partner's actions over the years. When you're feeling down, do they know exactly what to say? Or do they show up in ways that make you feel heard and supported? Maybe they're the ones who bring you a cup of tea when you're tired, or help you with something you've been struggling with, without you having to ask. These actions might seem small, but they are often the true reflections of how much they care about you. In a long-term relationship, it's not just the grand gestures that matter. Sure, a surprise date night or a special gift can feel nice, but it's the everyday choices that really show love. It's in how your partner makes space for you in their life, how they choose to listen to you, and how they adapt their plans to make sure you feel loved and appreciated. You can tell someone you love them 1,000 times, but when they show you love in the small moments, it carries a much deeper weight. Think about this for a second. If your partner is willing to put their needs aside to make sure you're okay, that speaks volumes. It might be as simple as letting you have the last piece of dessert, Or it could be something bigger, like adjusting their schedule to make sure you're not alone during a tough time. These actions aren't just practical. They're a quiet way of saying, "You're my priority." As we get older, we start to appreciate these moments even more. Love isn't about constant excitement or flashiness. It's about being there for each other, especially when it's not convenient or easy. It's about being consistent and showing up for one another, no matter what. When your partner chooses to be there, not just in the happy moments, but in the challenging ones too, that's when love truly shines. Point 3. Fights are not battles. One of the things that becomes most apparent as we grow older is how conflicts in relationships change. In the early stages of love, it can feel like every disagreement is a battle to win. But as time goes on, we learn something very important. It's not about winning or losing. It's about fighting for each other, not against each other. In a long-term relationship, there will be disagreements. That's just a natural part of being human. But how we navigate those disagreements can reveal a lot about the strength of our bond. When you love someone deeply, you don't want to hurt them with your words, and you certainly don't want to make them feel unimportant. Instead, you want to work together, find understanding, and build a solution that strengthens your connection. Think about how arguments or disagreements played out when you were younger. Perhaps you've noticed that as you've gotten older, the approach to conflict shifts. Instead of raising voices or trying to win the argument, the focus becomes on finding common ground. It's about coming to a place where both of you feel heard, understood, and respected. Your relationship evolves into one where both partners are willing to compromise, communicate openly, and stand by each other even when things get tough. A man who loves you deeply will approach conflict with patience and care. He will listen to what you're saying, not just waiting for his turn to speak, but really listening to understand where you're coming from. Instead of getting defensive or angry, he will choose to engage with you in a calm, respectful manner. His goal isn't to be right. It's to make sure that you both feel respected and valued. When he fights for you, it's about putting in the effort to resolve issues in a way that strengthens your bond. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or sweeping things under the rug, but rather handling conflicts in a way that is productive and loving. A healthy relationship isn't one without disagreements. It's one where both people care enough to work through those disagreements together. In these moments, you can see that love isn't about ego or being right. It's about the desire to heal, to listen, and to ensure that the relationship is stronger on the other side. If your partner is willing to be vulnerable with you, share their true feelings, and make an effort to resolve conflicts in a healthy way, that's an incredible sign of love. As you reflect on your own relationship, think about how your partner responds when a disagreement arises. Are they quick to listen, patient with your feelings, and focused on finding a solution together? Or do they become defensive and disconnected? The way conflicts are handled can often reveal the true depth of a relationship. Point 4. Standing up for each other. As relationships grow deeper over time, one of the most beautiful aspects of love is how you begin to stand up for one another. When someone truly loves you, they don't just show their support when it's convenient or easy. They stand up for you when things get tough. And this isn't always about big moments of heroism or drama. It's the quiet, everyday ways that love shows up in the face of difficulty, whether it's protecting you from harm or defending your character in public or private. Think about the times when your partner has defended you, when they've stood by your side without hesitation. It could be a small moment, like when someone says something unkind about you, and your partner steps in to make sure you're treated with respect. Or perhaps it's a bigger challenge, where they've gone out of their way to make sure you're supported, no matter what. When you have someone who stands up for you, it speaks volumes about the depth of their love. It's about more than just agreeing with you. It's about showing the world that they value and respect you, no matter the situation. A partner who truly loves you will fight for your happiness, your reputation, and your dignity, even when things get complicated. This is a love that goes beyond surface-level affection. It's a commitment to make sure you feel safe and protected in every way. For example, maybe there's a moment when someone tries to speak ill of you, and your partner steps in without hesitation, defending you and making it clear that no one can disrespect you. In doing so, they are showing you that you're not just their partner. They're committed to protecting you and ensuring that your worth is recognized. When you have someone who consistently stands up for you, whether it's in public or in private, it builds a sense of trust and security. You know that, no matter what, they've got your back. It's a form of love that doesn't need to be spoken. It's felt through actions. The quiet assurance that no matter what happens, they will be there, standing beside you through thick and thin, is a gift that strengthens the bond you share. It's also important to remember that standing up for someone isn't just about fighting off others. It's about protecting each other emotionally. A partner who loves you deeply will do their best to ensure that your feelings are respected and that you feel supported when you're going through a hard time. They're there to lift you up, remind you of your strength, and ensure that you're not alone in facing the challenges of life. So think about this. How does your partner show up for you when the going gets tough? Are they there, standing beside you, showing their unwavering support in whatever way is needed? If you've ever felt that kind of protection and dedication, you know that it's one of the most powerful ways love can be expressed. Point 5. Seeing beauty in each other. As we grow older, the way we see love changes. It's no longer just about how someone looks on the outside. It's about something much deeper. True love, especially as time goes on, involves seeing the beauty that goes beyond the physical. It's about the beauty of your partner's soul, the kindness in their heart, and the strength they show in difficult times. When someone truly loves you, they see you as beautiful, inside and out, no matter what changes happen over the years. You know, as we age, we might not look the way we did when we were younger. We might notice more wrinkles or graying hair, and sometimes we might feel like we're not as beautiful as we once were. But here's the truth. The love someone has for you doesn't depend on those outward changes. In fact, it often deepens because of them. A man who loves you doesn't just see your face or your figure. He sees everything that makes you who you are. He sees your strength, your kindness, your humor, and your wisdom. Those are the qualities that make you truly beautiful in his eyes. Think about how your partner looks at you when you're not feeling your best. Maybe on those days when you feel tired or you're not dressed up in your best clothes. Does he still see you as beautiful? A partner who loves you truly will. He won't just tell you you're beautiful when you've got your makeup on or your hair styled just right. He'll see your beauty in every moment, even when you're just lounging around in your comfiest clothes or when you're having a rough day. His admiration isn't tied to appearance. It's tied to everything that makes you you. This kind of love is unconditional. It's the kind of love that sees you as perfect in your imperfections. When your partner truly loves you, they're not focused on your external features. They're focused on the essence of who you are. The way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love, the warmth in your laughter, and the kindness you show to others. These are the things that make you beautiful to him. And it's not just about your looks. It's about how you make him feel, too. The emotional connection between you both is what holds the most value. When he looks at you, he doesn't just see a partner. He sees someone he cherishes, someone who has been with him through good times and bad, someone who has shared in the ups and downs of life. That's the kind of beauty that lasts, no matter how many years go by. So, take a moment to think about your relationship. When you feel down, when you don't feel your best, does your partner still see you as beautiful? True love doesn't fade with age. It grows deeper, richer, and more meaningful. And when you have someone who sees your beauty in every stage of life, it's one of the most powerful signs of lasting love. Point 6. Making sacrifices, changing for love. As time passes in a relationship, one of the most telling signs of true love is a partner's willingness to make sacrifices. In a long-term relationship, love isn't just about the good times or the moments of excitement. It's about what each person is willing to give up, compromise on, or change for the other. True love is often shown in the everyday choices we make, the small sacrifices that don't always get noticed, but have a lasting impact on the relationship. Think about the times when your partner has put aside their own preferences, their plans, or even their comfort just to make you happy. It doesn't have to be something big to make a difference. Maybe your partner is the kind of person who has a routine they love, but when you need them, they're there for you without hesitation, even if it means changing their plans. That's a sign of true devotion. It could be something as simple as choosing to watch a movie you enjoy, even if it's not their favorite, or giving up some time they had set aside for themselves just to be there for you. The sacrifices we make for each other in relationships show just how much we care. These aren't sacrifices made out of obligation or duty. They're made out of love. A partner who loves you will find joy in making those changes or compromises, not because they have to, but because they want to see you happy and feel connected to you. They understand that the relationship isn't about each person getting everything they want, but about sharing and building a life together. This willingness to give up something, no matter how small, for the sake of the other person speaks volumes about the depth of affection and commitment they have. Over the years, you may have noticed that the need for grand gestures diminishes, but the desire to support each other grows. Perhaps your partner no longer feels the need to plan extravagant surprises, but instead shows their love by making small, everyday sacrifices that make life easier and more enjoyable for both of you. They might pick up a chore you usually handle, or take care of something for you because they know you're tired or stressed. These gestures speak to a deep care, a commitment to making the relationship work, and a recognition that love is built not just on the good times, but on the willingness to support each other through the challenges. As you reflect on your own relationship, consider the sacrifices that have been made over the years, both big and small. These moments, though they might go unnoticed at times, are actually the foundation of a strong, loving relationship. And it's in these moments where you see just how much your partner values you and is willing to adapt for the sake of your shared happiness. Point 7. Feeling each other's pain. One of the most profound ways love is shown in a relationship, especially over time, is when your partner feels your pain. When someone truly loves you, your emotional struggles become their struggles, your heartaches become theirs, and your pain is something they will carry with you. This is a kind of love that goes beyond sympathy. It's empathy, and it's one of the most powerful ways love deepens. Think about those moments in your life when you felt hurt, overwhelmed, or uncertain. When you're facing a tough situation, whether it's health problems, loss, or personal struggles, the right partner will not only support you, they will feel your pain alongside you. They won't just offer words of comfort, they'll share in your emotions, letting you know you're not alone. They may not have all the answers or know exactly how to make it better, but their presence, their willingness to be there and feel what you're feeling, speaks volumes about their love for you. This deep empathy isn't something that just happens overnight. It develops as the relationship matures and the emotional connection grows stronger. Over time, your partner becomes attuned to your needs, your moods, and your feelings. They begin to notice when something is wrong, even when you don't say a word. They might sense the tension in your voice, the heaviness in your heart, or the quiet in your eyes. And rather than brushing it off, they will take the time to check in with you, to be there for you in any way they can, offering their love and support. When you're struggling, your partner's first instinct will be to help ease your burden. They won't want you to carry your pain alone. Whether it's offering a comforting touch, a listening ear, or just sitting with you in silence, they will be there. The emotional bond between you two deepens because they are fully invested in your well-being, not just when things are good, but when life gets tough. This kind of love is a testament to the depth of the relationship. It's not about trying to fix things or make it all better right away. It's about sharing the emotional load, making sure your partner knows they are supported and understood. Love, at its core, is about being there for each other through the highs and lows. And when your partner truly feels your pain, you can rest assured that their love is not only deep but also unconditional. Take a moment to think about the times when you've been in pain or facing a difficult moment. How did your partner respond? Did they feel your hurt with you, standing beside you in those hard moments? If so, you've experienced one of the most beautiful aspects of love, the ability to feel each other's pain and face it together. Point 8. Valuing each other's advice. As time goes by in a relationship, one of the most meaningful signs of love is how you and your partner start to rely on each other for guidance and advice. True love isn't just about affection or emotional support. It's about mutual respect and recognizing the wisdom and insight that the other person brings to your life. When someone truly loves you, they value your opinions and seek your counsel, especially when it comes to important decisions in their life. Think about how your partner looks to you for advice. This isn't just about asking for your thoughts on something small like what to have for dinner, but about the bigger decisions in life, career choices, family matters, or even how to handle difficult situations. When someone truly respects and loves you, your judgment becomes something they rely on because they trust you. They know that your perspective comes from a place of care, experience, and deep understanding of who they are. As relationships grow, it's not just about one person guiding the other. It becomes a partnership where both people bring their strengths to the table. A man who loves you deeply will ask for your opinion because he knows that you have his best interests at heart. It's about having a balance of respect and equality in the relationship. When your thoughts matter to him, when he listens to your advice with intention and consideration, it's a sign that he truly values you, not just as a partner, but as an equal who contributes meaningfully to the life you're building together. In these moments, when your advice is sought, it can feel really empowering. It's a sign that your partner respects your judgment and trusts you to help them navigate the complexities of life. And this doesn't just apply to big decisions. It's also in those quieter moments when they turn to you for a bit of reassurance or a fresh perspective. They value what you have to say because it comes from your heart, your wisdom, and your shared experiences. Point 9. Enjoying each other's company. As time passes in a relationship, something really special happens. The comfort of simply being in each other's presence becomes more meaningful than any grand gesture or exciting activity. When someone truly loves you, they find joy in even the simplest moments spent together. It's not about where you are or what you're doing, but about being close to each other and sharing the quiet, everyday experiences that make life so rich. Think about those moments when nothing special is happening. You're not going out to a fancy dinner or going on a big adventure, but just sitting together, maybe in the living room, or sharing a quiet evening at home. Those are the moments when love becomes most apparent. Your partner enjoys these quiet moments with you because they treasure your presence, your company, and the bond you share. In relationships that have stood the test of time, these small, everyday moments become some of the most cherished. It could be sitting on the porch watching the sunset together, doing the dishes side by side, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning. These moments, though they might seem mundane to others, are actually the building blocks of a deep connection. Your partner enjoys them not because they are doing something exciting, but because they are sharing life with you. True love finds contentment in the small, unspoken moments. It's about being comfortable together without needing anything to happen. Your partner might not need to impress you with big gestures anymore. They've learned that simply being together, in the same space, is enough to feel deeply connected. And when someone enjoys these quiet moments with you, it shows how much they value the everyday life you share, the routine you've built together, and the connection that only deepens over time. Point 10. Doing anything for you. In the most enduring relationships, love isn't just something spoken. It's something lived, demonstrated through actions that show just how much your partner is willing to give for your happiness. When someone truly loves you, their devotion becomes clear in the things they are willing to do, no matter how big or small. It's not just about grand gestures or momentous acts of sacrifice. It's the willingness to go the extra mile for you, even in the simplest ways, just because they want to see you happy and well. Think about the times when your partner has gone out of their way to do something for you, without being asked. Maybe they've gone on a long drive to pick something up you needed, or maybe they've helped you with a project, even though they weren't particularly excited about it. It could be as simple as taking care of something around the house when you were too tired to do it, or picking up your favorite treat just to brighten your day. These acts, though they might seem small, are a reflection of the deep care and commitment your partner has for you. This kind of love is not about expecting anything in return. It's about putting you first, even in situations where it might not be easy or convenient. A partner who loves you will be there when you need them, not out of obligation, but out of the genuine desire to make your life easier, better, or happier. They will put your needs before their own without hesitation, because your well-being is just as important to them as their own. And it's not just about the tangible things. Sometimes it's about emotional support. Maybe your partner has stayed up late talking with you when you were feeling down, or they've listened patiently when you needed to vent. They are willing to be there, in the hardest moments, just to ensure you don't have to go through it alone. Their presence, their actions, show you that they'll do anything for your happiness and peace of mind. When someone is truly devoted to you, they demonstrate that devotion not only through words, but through everyday acts of love and care. These are the things that build trust, strengthen the relationship, and deepen the connection between you both. It's the quiet promises that are fulfilled without fanfare, the selfless acts that show how much they truly care. Point 11. Fighting for you, not against you. One of the clearest signs of true love is how a partner behaves when challenges arise in a relationship. Life isn't always smooth sailing. We all face tough moments, disagreements, and challenges. But when someone truly loves you, they don't see these challenges as opportunities to fight against you. They see them as a chance to fight for you and for the relationship. In the earlier stages of love, arguments might feel like a competition, where each person tries to win the argument. But as a relationship matures, we begin to understand that fighting for the relationship is far more important than fighting for our own ego. When your partner loves you, they'll work alongside you to solve problems and find solutions that bring you both closer, rather than pushing you further apart. Think about the times when you've had a disagreement. How did your partner handle it? Did they get defensive, trying to prove they were right? Or did they approach the situation with the intent to understand you better, to find common ground, and to heal the rift together? A partner who truly loves you will not view disagreements as a way to win. Instead, they will view them as opportunities to grow together, to communicate better, and to build a stronger bond. When there's tension, a loving partner will stay calm and patient, never letting frustration cloud their judgment. They won't attack you or belittle you, even if they feel hurt. Instead, they will seek to understand your perspective and share their own feelings in a way that respects you. They might say something like, "I know we're not seeing eye to eye right now, but I want to find a way through this together." These are the words of someone who values the relationship more than their need to be right. In a relationship where love is present, it's important that both people feel heard and respected. When your partner fights for you, it means they are willing to compromise, to listen, and to make changes for the sake of your happiness and the future of the relationship. Their willingness to address the issue with care and concern shows how deeply they value you and the connection you share. They want to make things better, not just for themselves, but for both of you. Point 12. The foundation of true love. At the heart of every lasting relationship is a simple truth. Love is more than just words. It's built on a foundation of trust, mutual respect, and the willingness to make it work through all of life's challenges. As time passes, it's the quiet, everyday acts of love that truly reveal the depth of a relationship. When a man loves you, it's not just about the grand gestures or romantic declarations. It's about how he shows up for you day after day, through the highs and the lows. True love is about creating a life together. It's about the shared experiences, the small gestures that make each day meaningful, and the deep connection that forms when two people are fully committed to each other. It's found in the little things. The way he listens when you speak, the way he holds your hand during tough times, and the way he puts your happiness above his own. These acts, though they might seem small, are what make the love feel real and lasting. In every relationship, there will be challenges. Life is full of ups and downs, and we all face moments of doubt or struggle. But when your partner truly loves you, they don't just show up when things are easy. They show up when it's hard, when it requires effort and sacrifice. They stand by you, not because they have to, but because they want to. Love is a choice, and every day, they choose you. Over time, you both learn what it takes to keep the relationship strong. You find comfort in the quiet moments, and you learn to appreciate the way your partner shows love through actions. You recognize that love is not about perfection, but about choosing to be there for each other, even when it's tough. It's about working together to navigate life's challenges, knowing that you have each other's backs no matter what. This is the essence of true love. It's not about waiting for the next big moment or hoping for a grand gesture. It's about embracing the everyday acts of care, support, and understanding that truly shape a lasting, meaningful relationship. And when you have a partner who loves you in these ways, you know you've found something rare and precious. As we come to the end of this journey, it's clear that love, in its most enduring form, isn't about the loud, dramatic moments we often see in movies or hear about in stories. No, true love is built on the small, everyday actions that show care, devotion, and understanding. It's in the quiet sacrifices, the gentle gestures, and the way you both show up for each other, day after day. It's the bond that's formed not from perfection, but from the shared experiences, mutual respect, and the consistent effort to be there for each other. As we wrap up today, I want to encourage you to reflect on your relationship. Think about the little moments that make you feel loved and appreciated. What are the small things your partner does that make all the difference? Share your thoughts with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you see love in your life, in all its quiet, powerful, and beautiful forms. Thank you for taking this journey with me. I hope you now see love not as something fleeting or dramatic, but as something constant, built on those small acts of care that speak to the heart. Keep nurturing the love you have, and if you're still waiting for it, know that it's out there. Your story is still being written, one small, loving act at a time.